So hi guys, and welcome to this video where I'll be bringing you along on my 4-day trip to Iceland, where together with Reykjavik Excursions and Icelandic hotels, I got to take the trip of a lifetime. On the first day here, I'll just show you the hotel from Icelandair, which is right in the center of town and pretty awesome if you ask me. Icelandair Hotel Marina. Ta-da! Beautiful little room. It's charming. They have such nice little details, which I saw online beforehand, but I like it. Look at this room. It's reasonably priced for what you get. I mean, we're in the center of a city. Every hotel room should have one of these. So as you can see, this hotel is very quirky and it reminds me quite a bit of Icelandair's flights. It's fun to know that they actually do run several hotels in Iceland, and they all have this hipster, really cool vibe. So we're back on day 2, and this was my first day of activities with Reykjavik Excursions. To explain a little more exactly what this company is, it's a tour company which drives you to all different places in Iceland and lets you do different activities and see the most stunning sights on the way. It's really a relaxing way to travel around instead of perhaps renting a car. Since you can just sit there, you get a guide that tells you everything about what you're passing and the history of these different little towns that you see around Iceland. And it's just a really nice way to see this little island. The first day we took a long drive to a glacier lagoon on the eastern side of the island, which was one of the most incredible things I've seen in my life. It was like out of a scene from the North Pole that you see in a movie, except I was right there, taking a boat among the icebergs. On the way, I also got to see some of the most breathtaking volcanoes, glaciers, and mountains that I've ever seen, and some charming little Icelandic villages. They're playing one of my favorite songs, and look at this amazing breakfast. This is the breakfast at the Icelandair Reykjavik Marina Hotel, and as you can see, it's really authentic and Icelandic, which made it really fun to go down every morning and eat breakfast here. This just made me so happy, and I'm ready for this long day of tours. Look at this too, so cozy. But Icelandic breakfast, Icelandic view, Icelandic breeze. Awesome. Hi guys. So I thought I might as well share a little vlog from my time in Iceland, even though I don't usually do that at Reykjavik. So as you can hear, my audio started being really strange. I just got a new microphone, which I managed to work out after about half the first day. On this day's tour, our first stop was this stunning waterfall. You've probably seen a lot of celebrities go here, and that is not without reason. I don't even know if you can tell through the video, but this place was truly magnificent. I was speechless, and this was only the first real sight in Icelandic nature like this that I saw during my trip. To narrate myself again, what I was saying was that Reykjavik Excursions is so awesome because as a young person, or as someone who's just in Iceland for a few days, for a stopover for example, you can stay the whole trip in Reykjavik and take these daytime excursions from the capital city to the entire island, which really makes everything so time effective, and it's also a lot cheaper than renting. I've never seen anything like this. You see Just after driving past the most southern tip of Iceland, we got to this lava field, which was almost 600 square kilometers big and had come about after one of the world's largest volcanic eruptions. As far as the eye could see, there was lava upon lava covered in this unique type of moss. On the horizon you can see Vatnajökull, which is the largest glacier in Iceland and one of the largest in all of Europe. Just from walking here, my shoes got completely covered in dust, but look at the effect when you press down on this moss. Something really interesting I learned about Iceland is that they barely have any insects in this country. Neither do they have many wild animals. This is so cool. This is all lava covered in moss. After hours and hours of driving, we finally got near our destination, the Glacier Lagoon. I'm gonna take a boat, which goes really fast. That's the boat I'm gonna take. The Icelandic name for this lagoon literally means glacial river lagoon. This scene has been the backdrop for countless Hollywood movies, including James Bond films, Batman Begins, and Tomb Raider. It's just so crazy to think that this ice that I'm seeing melt here has been through so many historical periods. We even got to try a little piece of ice that was preserved from the last ice age. There were seals swimming around in the lagoon, which made it all the more special. I wish I'd recorded so much more, but sadly, or I guess luckily for me, I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't get everything I wanted on tape. After this, essentially, we drove back, and our last stop during sunset was the most stunning waterfall I've seen in my life. This picture perhaps best shows what it was like walking behind this giant natural wonder, and I almost felt like a kid again running behind it and getting wet. Now we're already in day 3, and this day was a completely different experience because we went up the west coast instead of going along the southern coast. Now, although the west coast looked a little more like the landscapes in Sweden that I'd perhaps be used to, I found this to be my favorite day of all of them because we got to see so many different terrains and landscapes, and we weren't in the bus for quite as long.
Of his father and told them about that at dinner. So as you can see, the relationship was extremely strained between son and father, but these were different times, you know. Revenge.
Our guides loved telling us old Icelandic sagas, which became the in-flight entertainment of these bus rides.
Extreme difficulty then when we converted to Christianity.
Today has been sort of a far less extreme tour. It's so charming as a tourist with these guides I've had on both my tours with Reykjavik Excursions. They've been telling like Icelandic old folk tales and myths. This peninsula has an energy-giving volcano or glacier, I think. So apparently you're just meant to stand here and soak in the energy and see what you feel, because this place is meant to revitalize you according to the guide. This view would definitely revitalize you. I just hope you guys can tell how breathtaking this is. So beautiful. It's incredible to be able to see places like this.
There's Snæfellsás, and he was also one of the first settlers here on the peninsula. And then he lost his daughter, or he had thought he had lost his daughter, and he got extremely sad, and he was,
Up there in the background you can see the glacier, which is meant to give us the energy of the earth. That was a quick but charming little walk again on the west coast of Iceland. So we're on the last and final day where I did the most popular tour in all of Iceland, the Golden Circle Tour, where you get to see one of the most massive waterfalls in Iceland, but also, of course, the very famous geysers, which are so cool. So come with me on this tour. The weather wasn't quite as good today as the other days, but it was great fun, and after that, we ended the trip by relaxing at the Blue Lagoon, which is really close to the airport, so it was very easy to just head back there and catch our flight back to Sweden. I love these little things in my hotel room. They're in several places up here. Don't know if you can see what that says, but it's been a great stay. The first stop is this incredible tomato factory where everything is produced organically with renewable energy, and they export all of this. There's hot water in these pipes from the geysers, which heat up the system. The lights are heated from natural energy from the geysers, or the heat. It's just so cool. Here's the guys who work the magic. Ew. So here we're at Gullfoss. This waterfall is 32 meters high, which is over 100 feet. And our final stop before the Blue Lagoon was Iceland's famous hot springs that contain naturally boiling water. And that was it. All I can say is that I hope you enjoyed coming with me a little on my trip to Iceland. I'm completely in love with this country and I can't tell you enough how much I think it's worth a visit. Thanks again to Reykjavik Excursions and Icelandic Hotels for making this trip unforgettable. You can get more pictures from the trip by heading over to my Instagram, which is in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, fly safe.